history program.
Now, right now we have a performance by pre-K, Black Butterfly.
I can't wait to see them perform.
Me either.
14th grade will be performing I'm Black and I'm Proud and Black Panther Party Tribute.
That's gonna be so cool. But Zoe, you wanna know something?
What?
I'm black and I'm proud.
Me too. Let's go see a performance.
We are the members of the Black Panther Party, and we have something to say.
I am Huey Newton. I co-founded the Black Panther Party in 1966. Black power is giving power to the people, not power to determine their destiny.
Black power!
I'm Basil. I co-founded the Black Panther Party in 1966. We don't hate nobody because of their color. We hate oppression.
Black power! I am Angela Davis, and I am a political activist. I'm no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept. Black power! I am Kathleen Cleaver. I became the communications secretary for the Black Panther Party. What we believe is the system fundamentally corrupt and had to be replaced and can never work right. Black power! I am Elaine Brown. I am the chairman of the Black Panther Party in Oakland. We have to acknowledge that there are massive problems. If we want to facilitate change, there has been no effort to change the design of this country. Black power! I am Huey Newton. I lead the Black Panther Party in Chicago. If you dare to struggle, you dare to win. I'm black and I'm proud!
Now performing, we have 4th grade. A portrait of Black history.
Oh, I can't wait to see that performance.
Yeah, this is new.
My name is Shaquille O'Neal. I'm 7'1". I was drafted in the 1991 draft class for the NBA, selected by the Orlando Magic. I played for Orlando Magic, Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, Phoenix Suns, Boston Celtics, and LA Lakers. I retired in 2011 playing for the Boston Celtics. I have 6 children, 3 girls and 3 boys. I'm now on Papa John's, and I have my own pizza named the Shakaroni.
My name is Kamala Harris, and in 2020, I made my biggest election by making me the first Black African American woman to be vice president. Hi, my name is Misty Coleman. I started to dance when I was 13 years old. I was born in Kansas City, Missouri. I was raised by a single mother and I love to dance. Hi, my name is Ruby Bridges, and I am the first Black African American girl to go to a white segregated school. I was 6 years old. I was born September the 6th. I am all grown up now. I am married and I have children. Now I have my own book called Ruby Bridges Goes to School.
Obama, the 44th President of the United States of America, but actually I am the first Black President of the United States of America. For there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. My name is Amanda Gorman. I am a Black African American poet. I wrote a poem for the inauguration of Joe Biden, President Joe Biden.
My name is Serena Williams, and I am a Black African American woman who plays tennis. I have won 23 Grand Slam single wins. It was really hard for me since I was a Black girl who wanted to play tennis, but my dad wouldn't take no for an answer from anybody who said no.
performance by fourth grade.
I know, but now it's finally to hear from our Bethune choir's first performance.
Oh my God, I think they're gonna sound amazing.
Well, it's time to see now.
Let's go.
Dream of a land my soul is from. I hear a hand stroke on the drum. Shades of the light, cocoa hue, rich as the night, afro blue. Elegant boy, beautiful girl, dancing for joy, delicate world. Shades of the light, cocoa hue, rich as the night, afro blue. Two young friends dance face to face with hurried grace. They gently sway, then slip away to some secret place. Dream of a land my soul is from. I hear a hand stroke on the drum. Shades of the light, cocoa hue, rich as the night, afro blue. Elegant boy, beautiful girl, dancing for joy, delicate world. Shades of the light, cocoa hue, rich as the night, afro blue. Two young friends dance face to face with hurried grace. They gently sway, then slip away to some secret place. Afro blue, afro blue.
Every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us sound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the
Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on. Let us march on. Let us march on till victory is won. Victory
amazing performance by the Bethune choir. And it's so good for their first performance.
I know, right? But now we have our first place essay winner, Keely Severin, coming to read her essay.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Me either. Let's go.
My name is Keely Severin, and I wrote this essay called The Silent Hero, Fight for Freedom. There are many things that our ancestors have been through, things that can affect our future, come from the choices our ancestors made in the past. We hear the stories about their protests, sit-ins, boycotts, marches that were done to make our dreams come true. Their dream is to make sure that we live a good life of freedom, equality, and hope for our future. The most inspirational story I've learned during Black History Month is about how the people that fought for the non-segregated community were in the shadows. They were the heart of the civil rights movement. Activists like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, W.E.B. Du Bois, and Malcolm X have all taken their risk and organized movements that have challenged the oppressive nature of their time. The stories I've heard are inspirational. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a person that cared so much about Black people's rights, and that he announced that he had a dream that could change the lives of all Black people in the present and future. Rosa Parks refused and backed down from the laws of segregation on that bus, but doing so, she was arrested. And she didn't give up or stop until we had our rights and segregation was no more. Malcolm X was a Muslim minister and human rights activist who was a prominent figure during the civil rights movement, who was harassed by the United States government because he was empowering Black people. They are just a small few. Major events that happened in the civil rights movement are the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955, the Albany movement in 1961, Birmingham campaign, the March on Washington in 1963, Bloody Sunday and the Chicago Freedom Movement in 1965, the Vietnam War of Opposition in 1967, and the Poor People's Campaign, etc. But did you know that these people have all done it because of others that have listened to their lectures and speeches they gave? But they had done it alone. They needed supporters to get people to do what they wanted to achieve their goal, a non-segregated community. We should be very happy and grateful for all that these people have done for the Black community. Our leaders and our plight are known all around the world, but did anybody know that without the silent heroes, the heroes that we honor today would not have been known? We honor them by creating a month for Black activists and people that made it possible to live the life that we have now, called Black History Month. We have the power. We have been done a great service by them. These services offer the chance to live freely and peacefully in a diverse community. Let us celebrate, respect, and dance our way to celebrate our culture's history.
That was such an inspirational essay.
I know, right? Now, who's next?
I think it's Little Rock 9 by 6th grade, talented and fearless.
That's me.
Good luck.
Thanks, Zoe. Let's go.
I'm getting nervous for our first day of school. The first time we tried didn't go so well. I'm glad Daisy Bates will be by our side. Did you know that Daisy Bates was the only woman air pilot in the Arkansas Civil Air Patrol in World War II? I'm glad she's helping us. Hey, I wonder if I'll be able to run track at school.
Now, Jefferson. You heard what they said when we agreed to attend this school. We wouldn't be allowed to join any extracurricular activities. I'm gonna miss my tenor saxophone, but we have to do this. After all, I'm the oldest, and it's my senior year. I'll be the first to graduate. Can you believe that the governor of Arkansas is so full of hate that he will send the National Guard to block us from entering the building?
I heard he even said there will be blood in the streets if we try and enter the school. Don't you think it is crazy that he is trying to incite angry mobs, but yet he is too afraid to show his face at the school? When I vote, I will make sure we won't have another governor like that here in Arkansas.
Hey gentlemen, have you seen Elizabeth? I can't believe the first time we tried this, she didn't get the message to meet at Miss Bates' house, and she traveled all alone on a bus. Her family should really try and get her phone. The crowd was so hateful towards her. She said they spit at her and cursed at her. And I really thought the National Guard was there for us. I feel angry about what happened, but I'm hopeful for today.
If it had been me in Elizabeth's place, I would have tried to hit someone or stand up for myself, but I guess that wouldn't be such a safe idea. Sometimes I write before I think, and I just get so angry. I sing at church, and people have said I have a wonderful voice, but I'm disappointed I can't try out for the Glee Club. I think I might try anyway.
Minnie Jean, you better stay home. We are glad that President Eisenhower took over control of the National Guard and he sent the best in the country to help us today. Did you know that he sent the 101st Airborne Unit to help us today get through the protesters? Good thing our president is for integration. I felt nervous, but now so many people are behind us and watching it on TV. Oh, here comes Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Hello everyone, I am glad I got the message this time. It was scary being all alone the last time we tried to enter the school. I was walking beside two white girls and they were able to enter school, but I was not. The guards actually pushed me back and I didn't know what was happening. So I walked out of the way thinking that the protester would stop following me, but they continued to follow me to the bus stop.
I'm sorry that you had to experience this all alone. I can't believe how many journalists and newspaper people are writing about us. They're sharing our story all over the world. If we actually interrogate the school, I'm going to write a book all about this.
Yes, Nova. One day, there might even be a black president. Here you go, everyone. We can do this. That day, we were finally able to integrate Little Rock High School. Don't be fooled now. It was not easy. We were victims of hate and violence on a daily basis, but that did not stop us.
My name is Ernest Green. I was born in Arkansas, and I was the first to graduate from Little Rock High School. After my graduation, the governor of Arkansas decided that it was better to have no public schools open at all than to integrate following the Little Rock 9. So for one whole year, there were no schools open in the state of Arkansas. This was called the Lost Year. I went on to become one of the most powerful black men on Wall Street. I was an investment banker with powerful clients like the city of New York. I currently live in Washington, D.C. with my family today.
I am Minnie Jean Brown Trippy. I was suspended and later expelled from Little Rock High School after defending myself from a group of girls who threw a press full of locker locks at my head. I finished school in New York and stayed with a psychologist who played a critical role in Brown versus Board of Education. I went to work for the Clinton administration and I currently reside in Canada.
I'm Dr. Terrence Roberts. That's right. I became a doctor of psychology. I was a 15-year-old junior when I entered Little Rock. Despite the harassment, I completed my junior year. Then my family and I moved to California. I still live in California with my family.
I am Jefferson Thomas. I was named after Thomas Jefferson. I graduated from Little Rock High School. I moved to California and married my life. I served in Vietnam. I'm departed from this world, but I leave behind my wife and son.
I am Gloria Carmichael, granddaughter of a former slave. My mom was fired for refusing to withdraw me from school. During the last year, my family and I moved to Kansas. Later in life, when I was married, I traveled the trail of Jamaican Indians through Mexico and Central America, and then I moved to Sweden. I currently reside in Europe with my family.
I am Elizabeth Exford. I became known for the dramatic images of the 1957 crisis in Little Rock High School. The young woman seen behind me in the famous photos' name was Hazel. Later in life, Hazel tracked me down and apologized for her behavior. We attended a healing course together, and I still can't believe that actually happened. I went on to do so much in life. I am now a probation officer and still reside in Little Rock today.
I'm Dr. Melba Bells. I did go to write an award-winning book called Words No Cry and Why It's a State of Mind. I understand the power of journalism and became a journalist. I currently reside in San Francisco.
I am Thelma Mothership. When the school was closed after my junior year, I moved to St. Louis and received my degree from Little Rock through correspondence. I currently reside in Little Rock, where I've been educated for over 30 years. All 9 of us sent personal invitations to the inauguration of President Barack Obama, and all of us were able to attend besides Elizabeth, who was uncomfortable facing large crowds, and Melba, who was recovering from surgery. We knew that they were there within spirit, along with the spirit of so many others who fought this fight alongside us. To look at a man of color and call him president is something I never thought I'd be able to achieve during this lifetime. As President Obama said, 50 years ago, 9 young men and women showed the world that in the face of impossible odds, ordinary people can do extraordinary things.
That was an amazing performance by 6th grade drama students. But now it's time for 3rd grade/4th grade drama students to perform their Hidden Figures performance.
Try and turn it over. Catherine? Mary? Catherine, quit staring off in his face and turn the car over. I got it. I'm not dead. I wonder sometimes. Here it goes. Here. That's the starter. That's definitely the starter. That starter started to make us late. We're all going to be unemployed driving this humble junk to work every day. You're welcome to walk the 16 miles. Or sit on the back of the bus. I won't do neither. I'll hitchhike. Girls, no crime in a broken down car. No crime being a Negro either. Button me up, Mary. Nobody wants to go to jail behind you or now. I do my best. Not a great place for the 3 of y'all to be having car trouble. We didn't pick the place, officer. It picked us. You being disrespectful? No, sir. You have identification on you? We sure do. We were just on our way to work and that's it, sir. All 3 of you? Yes, officer. We do a great deal calculating getting our rockets up into space. NASA, that's something had not getting hired. There are quite a few women working in the space program, sir. Dang it, Russians are watching us right now, Sputniks. You girls know those astronauts to Mercury 7? Absolutely. Alan Shepard, John Glenn. We work with those women all the time. Those boys are the best we got. We gotta get the man up there before the commies do. The whole country's counting on them. That's for certain. Hard to be a certain, broken down on the side of the road, though. That's right, that's right. You need a tow or something? No, thank you, officer. I got it right here. I just have to bypass the starter. That girl, we're all set. Least I can do is escort. Imagine y'all running late. Oh, we wouldn't want that would be wonderful, officer. Slow down, Mary. You're too close. He said to follow me. Doesn't mean hit him. Dear Lord, please. I don't even know where to begin. I'll tell you where to begin. 3 colored women chasing a white police officer down the highway in Hampton, Virginia, 1961. Ladies, that is a goddamn miracle. Woo-hoo!
That was an amazing performance. I love Hidden Figures.
I know, right? It's my all-time favorite space movie.
Who's next?
It's actually 4th, 5th, and 7th grade TAT students performing Mary McLeod Bethune's short play in 2 acts.
That's my cue.
Oh my God, let's go!
The Mary McLeod Bethune play Act 1. In South Carolina, 1875, a little girl was born to Mr. and Mrs. McLeod. Her name was Mary Jane McLeod. She was child number 15 out of 17 children her parents had. Her parents had once been enslaved. They have been free for the past 10 years, ever since the end of the Civil War.
Once when Mary was just a little girl, she picked up this book while playing with this little white girl. That white girl told Mary that she couldn't hold that book because black people couldn't read. That bothered Mary so much she became determined to learn how to read and to help other black women be educated. Mary devoted her life to education.
Oh, what a pretty book. Look at the pictures of the puppy dogs. I am smart, I will prove it. I will learn to read.
Emma was
Wilson opened the only school for African American children in South Carolina. Mary's parents needed her in the field, but they let her attend school despite their struggles. Mary had to walk 5 miles one way to get to a poorly equipped school, yet that never stopped her from learning reading, writing, arithmetic, and new songs. Later, Mary would come home each day and teach her family what she had learned. They were all able to learn to read and write, and after graduation, Mary returned to work in the fields even though she desired to further her education.
Mary, guess what? A school's opening up near us. The Presbyterian Church is opening a mission school. It's only 5 miles away.
Oh, Mother, this is my dream come true. I told you I'll learn to read and I will. You just watch me.
Mary, I want to go to school too.
Don't worry, sister. I will come home and teach you all I learned. You will learn to read also.
Mary, you'll have to get up early. 5 miles is a long walk. It'll take you over an hour to get there on time.
I don't give a darn about how early I have to get up. I'm going to school, and isn't it wonderful?
A few days later, Mary attended her first day of school. She was so eager to learn, she soaked up every word the teacher said. When she got home, Mary's family came to greet her, eager to learn about her first day of school.
Mary, how did you go today?
Wonderful. All of you want to learn what I learned today, come sit. I'll tell you all about it.
Many of Mary's family sat listening to Mary as she taught them what she had learned today. She did this every day. It was not long until most of Mary's family were beginning to read.
Mary wanted to become a missionary to tell people about the Bible and her religion. But when she graduated, she found out she could not go. The churches that sent missionaries to Africa did not want to send African Americans. Mary was sad that she couldn't go to Africa. She thought about all the children in America that could use her help. Then she decided to become a teacher to teach black children to learn to read. Act 2.
Mary becomes a teacher. Welcome, Miss McLeod. I'm glad you'll be teaching here at our school.
Thank you, Miss Laney. I am thrilled to be here. I'm a little sad.
Why are you sad, my dear?
Because I really had a dream to become a missionary to Africa. I went to the Moody Bible Institute and was all prepared to go. But when I went there, I found out they don't send black people as missionaries.
I'm sorry, Miss McLeod, but I'm sure you'll find many students here who need you just as much as the people of Africa do.
Yes, I thought about that. I will enjoy working with children and teaching them to read and become successful adults.
We have a great opportunity here for African American children whose parents never had this chance. We will make a difference in their lives. Mary McLeod Bethune taught at Haynes Institution for several years. After a while, she began to want to start a school of her own. She looked for a place that needed a school for African American girls. She finally decided to open her school in Daytona Beach, Florida, because many African Americans live there.
Mary started her school with only $1.50 in her pocket. She may not have had much money, but she had something very important, diligence. She was willing to work hard.
Starting a school was not easy. Mary worked hard collecting anything she could use in her school. People in the community helped her raise money for supplies needed in her school. Some helped build the school, some agreed to teach her own pay.
I just don't know how I'm gonna get the school started. I only have $1.50. Lord, what am I gonna do? I know, there's an old house down the street. I can see no one lives there. Maybe I can use it? Mr. Brown, I understand you own that house over there. I can see no one lives there. I want to start a school of young black girls. Will you let me use the house of my school? I will pay the rent once I get some paying students.
Yes, I would let you use it. I know we really need a school for young black girls in our neighborhood, but how are you going to provide seats to desks?
I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I'm trying to think of something.
Well, it's not best, but I have some wooden crates you can use.
Well, Mr. Brown, that would be great. We can make out with that for a while.
Mrs. Bethune, some of the people in our neighborhood have been collecting things we thought would help out in the school. We hope it will help.
Oh, Miss Betty, that is wonderful. All of these things will be very helpful.
We are glad to help out. You'll be providing an education for some of our children. How much will you charge for a girl to attend?
We will charge 50 cents for those who can pay. But we don't want to turn anyone away for those who don't have the money.
That is certainly a reasonable amount. I am sure you have many students as well as school spirits.
Well, it looks like we have most of what we need except for one thing.
And what's that?
Teachers. I have no money to pay any teachers. I will handle it for a while, but as it grows, I will need help.
Let's pass the word around and see if we can get any help in this area.
Yes, that is a good idea.
Hi, my name is Lily Johnson. I heard you will be needing another teacher.
Yes, that is right, but I have no money to pay any teachers right now.
I have taught for years, but once my children were born, I decided to stay home with them. But now that they are grown, I have a lot of free time on my hands. I would love to offer myself as a teacher for your school. I will work for free until you get to the point where you can pay me.
Mrs. Johnson, you are an answer to prayer.
Finally, the school opened with only 5 students, but it grew very quickly. 2 years later, there were 250 students at Mary's school. Most of them were girls. She called it the Daytona Literary and Industrial School for training Negro girls. She charged 50 cents each week tuition, but would not turn any girl down who wanted to learn.
To make more money, Mary made sweet potato pies and sold them to tourists and construction workers riding her old rickety raggedy construction camps. She recruited African American girls to attend her school.
In 1923, an all-male school for African Americans joined the Bethune Institute to create Bethune-Cookman College, which still exists to this day. Mary had achieved her goal. She was so proud of the new opportunities that were now available for Black children to get a good education. And that is the story of Mary McLeod Bethune. The end.
That was an amazing performance by 4th, 5th, and 7th. I know, I didn't know the story of Mary McLeod Bethune until I started practicing. That's really cool. Hey, who's next up? I think it's 5th grade.
Hello, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and students. We are Mary McLeod Bethune Elementary School magnificent 5th grade students. We will be presenting an excerpt from Martin Luther King Jr. famous I Have a Dream speech. This speech was delivered on August 28, 1963 during the March on Washington. This speech was given in effort for freedom and equality. It is known as a part of the most defining moments of the Civil Rights Movement. In addition to this, we will also present you a song titled A Dream by Will I Am featuring Common. And many of you may know this song from the soundtrack well as the movie titled Freedom Riders. This song is also called for freedom and equality. It even points attention to racism. We hope you enjoy and thank you for watching.
And if America is to be a great nation,
this must become true.
So let freedom ring from the prestigious hilltops of New Hemisphere.
Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightened Alleghenies of Pennsylvania.
Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado.
Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia.
Let freedom ring from the Lookout Mountain of Tennessee.
Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And when this happens, and when we allow freedom to ring, we do let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city. We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, and God Almighty, we are free at last. I am happy. One day, one day, I'll have a dream. One day, one day, one day, I'll have a dream. That one day, that one day. No shots coming from sounds of blackness. Giving this game with no time to practice. Born on the practice. Told that I'm a little average. Life with no cabbages. That's no money if you from where I'm from. Funny, I just want some of your sons. Dark clouds in the mountain. I go hard, I'm a pop song mountain. No apology, I walk through the border on my shoulder. It's a cold war. I'm a cortisol in your old slave fighting to make Martin Luther the king. I'm using it for the right thing. In between lean and the beans, hustle and tears. I put together pieces of some change. One day, one day, one day, I have a dream. One day, one day, one day, I have a dream. That one day, that one day. When I see you looking in the mirror, images of me, in my spirit itself. I want to live just to better my soul. If I'm gonna stress it, this forever I hold. When inside, I'm from the side, but we out of control. My music in the hood, put a fire in the road. My story like yours, don't got to be told. Trying to make it come a piece to a guy with a that's going to slow slaves and people that go age. Hey, that's no color, age, now my race became from the right jeans in the dark they call, but I can see you. I believe in heaven when I hell. This is one of jail, and they get all that love for girl. But a story to tell, the eyes of the glory to girl, the world will be fully hell average. One day, one day, one day, I have a dream. One day, one day, one day, I have a dream that one day, that one day,
but now it's time for sixth grade performance through the decades.
Yeah, let's go.
If we as a people realize the greatness from which we came, we will be less likely to disrespect ourselves. Marcus Garvey was a Jamaican-born black nationalist and leader of the Pan-African movement who sought to unify and connect people of Africa, descent worldwide.
There are years that ask questions and years that answer. Zora Neale Hurston was an American folklorist and writer associated with the Harlem Renaissance who celebrated the African American culture of the rural South.
Baseball is like a poker game. Nobody wants to quit when he's losing. Nobody wants to quit when you're ahead. Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson was the first African American to play Major League Baseball in the United States during the 20th century. On April 15, 1947, he broke the decades-old color line of Major League Baseball when he appeared on the field of the National League Brooklyn Dodgers in a game against the Boston Braves. 1940.
My mother had taught me the only thing you could depend on was your faith, and I had that. Ruby Bridges. At the tender age of 6, Ruby Bridges advanced the cause of civil rights in November 1960 when she became the first African American student to integrate an elementary school in the South. 1950s.
Is anyone finer in the state of Carolina? If it isn't, no, show me desire to take a place. Never feel again, till the eyes of time see. I face every man to one line, change the fast ball, cut my dynamite, change my I can try to touch your television. I feel like a good
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Something's got a hold on me here. Oh, I think oh, something's got a hold on me right now, child. Oh, I think
Not only are homeless people and helpless people, and non-producing people are homeless. Ralph Abernathy. Ralph D. Abernathy was a Baptist minister co-founder of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, was a close advisor to Martin Luther King, 1960s.
The most common way people give up their powers by thinking they don't have any. Alice Walker. A writer and feminist, Alice Walker is especially known for novels, poems, and short stories that offer great insight into African American culture and often focus on women. For the novel The Color Purple, 1982, she became the first African American woman to win the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. If my mind can't conceive it and my heart can't believe it, I know I can achieve it. Jesse Jackson. Jesse Louis Jackson is an American Baptist minister, and a politician. He was a candidate for the Democratic presidential nom, nom, nominee in 1984 and 1988.
What you want, baby, I got what you need. You know I got it. All I'm asking is for your respect. Come on, hey, just put together. This love, just a little.
Jazz comes from our way of life, and because it's our national art form, it helps us understand who we are. Winston Marsalis in New Orleans, Bingo, received the Pulitzer Prize for music in 1997.
If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. Barack Obama. Barack Obama became the first African American president in 2009.
To make a good decision, you actually need to think about it. The contours and consequences, Stacey Abrams. In 2018, Stacey Abrams loses the election for governor in Georgia, a defeat in which voter suppression of the black electorate plays a large part.
I believe that any child going without an education is a crime. Kamala Harris became the first African American woman vice president of the United States of America in 2021.
That girl is you just a big word, smile. That girl is one, two, three. My baby don't mess around because she loves the song and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to find the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is getting me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together, 'cause we don't
so many songs.
I know, right? Who's next?
I think it's 8th grade performing Youngest in the Class.
I love the 8th graders' performances. Can't wait to see it this year.
Me too.
Good morning. My name is Hilliard Addison, and I am proud to be an 8th grader at McLeod Bethune Elementary. At our school, it is our objective to obtain a world-class education, which includes learning about our heritage and our ancestors who came before us. On behalf of my fellow classmates, it is an honor to be at this joyous occasion. So without further ado, we would like to perform for you today. Our performance today is titled, Young, Gifted, and Black.
Someone asked me, what does history sound like? I said, history sounds like the birth of a new life, like a soft whisper over a cradle, like a sweet melody over a tight beat. History sounds like elements, like jazz, like music from Lincoln Smith Jr. Even when we're beaten black and bruised, back spit back very briefly.
History sounds like the blues, like Harlem, like Duke, like W.E.B. Du Bois.
Like the Hughes, maybe Smith.
Like the clicking or a railroad track. It sounds like old Negro spirituals.
It sounds like Harriet's underground map to a freedom land where our freedom ain't so free.
History sounds a lot like Michelle, like Shirley, like Kamala, on Boss and on Boss.
Sometimes history sounds like the clipping of Jim Crow's wings. It sounds like Dr. Martin Luther King, like Booker T. Washington.
She sounds like Baker, Clark, Bates. History, she sounds like choreography by Jarrell Hamilton. So beautiful, so powerful.
Sometimes we forget that we are history. Days we wake up and don't listen to the history within us. Days when little black boys and girls don't listen to the magic pumping through their veins.
And what does history look like? History looks like this, and this, and this, and this. This is what history looks like, right here at Bethune Elementary, by our award-winning 8th grade artists.
Black history sounds and looks a lot like you, and you, and you, and you, the beautiful, young, gifted, and black.
Who later taken names to Sojourner Truth to become one of the most powerful advocates for human rights in the 19th century. After her master failed to keep his promise or uphold the New York Anti-Slavery Act of 1827, Isabella ran away. But she later informed her master, I did not run away, I walked away by daylight. After experiencing a religious conversion, Isabella became an itinerant preacher, which led to her changing her name to Sojourner Truth. During this period, she became involved in the growing anti-slavery movement, and by the 1850s was involved in the women's rights movement as well. At the 1851 Women's Rights Convention, Sojourner Truth delivered what is now recognized as one of the most famous abolitionist and women's rights speeches in American history. Ain't I a woman? Ain't I a woman? Well, children, where there is so much racket, there must be something off kilter. I think that Twix, the niggers of the South, and the women at the North all talking about their rights. The white men will be in a fix pretty soon, but what's all this here talking about? That man over there said that women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches and to have the best place everywhere. Nobody goes me into carriages over mud puddles or gives me any best place, and ain't I one? Look at me. Look at my arm. I have plowed and planted and gathered into thorns, and no man could heed me. And ain't I one? I could work as much and eat as much as a man when I could get it and bear the lashes well. And ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children and seen most all sold out to slavery. And when I cried out with my mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me. And ain't I a woman?
your Christ come from? From God and a woman. Man had nothing to do with him. And if the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down all alone, these women together ought to be able to turn it back, right side up again. Now they're asking to do it. The men better let them.
Obliged to you for hearing me, and now oath to Jordan and got nothing more to say.
Look at yourself again. Look at yourself anew. You are not a black man falling. You are a black man rising. By James H. Chapman. Black man rising. Rising to be the challenges of this ever-changing world. Rise to the furthest of who I am, black man. Rise above what the world expects of me. I am a black man rising. I am a black man rising. I am a black man rising. Rise above the accepted, above the expected, above the average, above the ordinary. Rise like the phoenix from the ashes. Rise like the sun on the desert horizon. Rise like Jesus from the tomb. Rise like bright tomorrows are dark yesterdays. Rise like the blues are moved with this spirit. Rise. I am a black man rising. I am a black man rising. I am a black man rising. Rise above the rim. Rise to the top. I am rising. No one can stop. I am truly rising to the furthest of who I am. Black man rise. I won't look back. Stand on my feet. Live in my dreams. From behind mountains. I am loving the light. As I rise, I am getting stronger every day. I am getting wiser every day. I am my own man. Unstoppable. Oh man. Invincible. I am not one in a million. I am one all millions. Million man strong. I am the mailman volunteer. I am the cop who cares. I am the preacher called. I am the father present. I am the artist with the vision. I am the teacher. Still teaching. I am the black man. 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 I am the real, unadulterated, decompressed, resurrected, revived, renewed, African born and bred, B-L-A-C-K, black.
Good morning again. 4 of our 8th grade students entered in an art contest. It was a new one for us. They were always entering art contests, but this was a new one for us. This contest was sponsored by the Louisiana Museum of African American History. It was part of their Hidden History Festival, and the theme of the contest was Louisiana's heroic 1811 slave revolt, which was the largest slave revolt in U.S. history. Our students not only competed with other 8th graders from other schools, but they also competed with 9th through 12th grade students, and our Mary McLeod Bethune students walked away with every award that was available to walk away with. Our first place winner was Harley Allums. Come on, Harley. Harley is receiving an award of $500. Congratulations, Harley. Our second place winner is Hillary Addison. Hillary is receiving a $300 award. Congratulations, Hillary. Our third place winner is Theron Gross. Theron is receiving a $200 award. Congratulations, Theron. And our honorable mention is William Hutton. Come on up, William. And I'm not going to tell you how much William is getting, but it's in here. Congratulations, William. I'd like to introduce Mr. Leon Waters. Are you Dr. Leon Waters? Your dad was a doctor. Doctor. Mr. Leon Waters from the Louisiana African American Museum, the Louisiana Museum of African American History. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to clarify something. The Hidden History Festival Literary Visual Performance Arts Contest that we once had prior to Hurricane Katrina. We were able to restart that this year as a way of commemorating the largest slave revolt in U.S. history that happened here in Louisiana, St. John the Baptist Parish in Orleans Parish. Many people here may not know or be aware of this great, magnificent story, but many of you are descendants of these rebels. I can tell you that I am a descendant, and I have been the person responsible of trying to educate the general public of its significance, because these men and women attempted to establish a second independent republic like Haiti. They almost succeeded. And had they succeeded, this would not be called Louisiana. And the expansion of slavery, especially the expansion of slavery to the Southwest, would have not expanded. We would be living a much different life today had they won. But their children and their grandchildren would finish the deed in the Civil War. So I encourage you to learn more about this powerful history. There's a book called On to New Orleans, Louisiana's Heroic 1811 Slave Road, that's at Community Book Center. The second thing I want to say to you, just for clarity, is this. This contest was in 3 categories: literary, visual, and performance. Bethune School won all the visual awards. They did an outstanding job under the guidance of Ms. Linda Belavasso, a professional in the world of art and a true art instructor. Hopefully next year, when we do this again, we may find more winners from Bethune in the other categories as well. So I salute all of you. Thank you.
What a proud day at Bethune Elementary. You all give yourselves a big clap. You guys can keep these beautiful paintings, right? It has to go back, right? But I would love to have them hanging in the hallways around here at Bethune. But I know maybe you all can do a duplicate for us, right? You're so talented, all of us. We are young, safe, gifted, and we're proud of that. Okay? You did a fantastic job. Thank you, teachers. I was talking to Ms. Barzier. Stand up, Ms. Barzier, for a minute. That's our vice president of our board. Stand up. Give Ms. Barzier a big clap. She always shows up, and she was telling me, I don't know how you all do it. How the teachers teach and then put on these performances. Ms. Barzier, they did this after school, 6 and 7 o'clock at night time practicing. So we do appreciate all your efforts. Listen, if you go out tonight, just remember, you're young, gifted, and black, okay? You're so talented and so smart. Always remember that. You see how your classmates clap for you all when you do well? Continue to do well. Continue to get those claps and applause. You know, so it was just a moving program, really moving. I like everything. I'm not going to single out anything. I like all the programs, all the acts. But I do want to acknowledge Miss Hamilton. Stand up, Miss Hamilton. Miss Hamilton. She choreographed the dances, you know, and she did a good job. She came willingly, you know, she shows up and does what needs to be done at Bethune. We really appreciate that, okay? And of course, we want to give a shout out to the Good of Basil too, because she does wonderful things in this world. Thank you. Thanks to everybody, Mr. Hendricks and Mr. Miles on the trumpet. Wasn't that nice? And all of the gifted and talented kids, thank you all. You all never disappoint. So thank you all. Thanks to all the kindergartners and pre-K students. And we do have another visitor, Mr. Dr. Reverend Jones, our former art teacher. I invited Mr. Jones because I knew the boys and girls were going to get some awards in art, and by him being a former art teacher working with Mr. Basil, I thought it'd be nice to invite him, and he came. So thank you, Mr. Jones. All right. Thank you, boys and girls. You were just a fantastic audience like always, okay? Thank you all. Let's continue to enjoy this day. Thank you.